Hello everyone. Since my last video got a lot of viewers and everything, I decided to make another one in English again because a lot of you asked me to. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for all the support I've been getting lately and all of the subscribers and to my new followers and you know thank you all, and especially to my mom because she's literally my biggest supporter. She's like the first one sees my videos whenever I post them, and so thank you, mom. And anyway, let's get started with this video. So I want to talk about something that's kind of important, and I think a lot of people go through it, especially in this generation and especially in Arabic countries. I don't know about European people or anything, but since my audience is Arabs, so there you go. Anyway, so I got this comment from a girl. She said that she have Josca syndrome and it's exhausting her. So let's talk about it, okay? First of all, what is Josca syndrome? It's basically you start making scenarios in your head just to avoid being in reality. And at some point, it's just gonna be your source of happiness because real life is not giving you this source. So you gotta go and find some other source for your happiness, okay? It's basically like this, okay? So I'm not saying it's a lot of people here because most of our people been through traumas. Most our people been through hell or whatever, okay? They grow up with abusive families, or even like their family, they won't think they're being abusive because it is just the way they grow up, okay? I'm not blaming our families, it's just this is how they grow up, okay? So they thought this is the way to treat a child. So in exchange or whatever, like the child grow up and they start having a lot of like bad feelings, bad memories, and they got traumas, whatever, and they're gonna be ending up having these they're not gonna be fitting in the reality because the reality already failed them. Their reality is already bad, it's just gonna hurt them. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna make their own reality. It's gonna be in their head, okay? So they're gonna make it the way they want it to be. For example, they're gonna make it full of love and they're gonna get hugs, whatever, because they are not getting this in real life, so they have to get it somewhere. So we all have this, it doesn't make us have this syndrome. But what make us have this syndrome is we spend too much time in our head that we don't want to be living in real life. We're just going to be stuck in our head 24 hours, but not really literally 24 hours, just going to be like for a few hours every day. And sometimes even like when we sit between people, like among people, there's going to be a lot of people around us, we're going to avoid listening to them. We're just going to be stuck in our head because they're boring. In my head it's way better. It's just going to be like this. And it's really really bad because the more you do this, the less you get like attached to reality. And this is really bad because the things in your head are not real. The things in your head is not what you want to be, and it's just going to make you give up on reality because you're already getting what you want in your head, which is really bad. So what do I do to get rid of this? First of all, if you think you really have this, I recommend that you go to psychiatrist or therapist, whatever. The difference between psychiatrist and therapist, one give you medicine, the other one doesn't, because one just study med school, went to med school, and the other one study psychology. And I recommend you go to psychiatrist because you really don't want to mess with your head with all these pills and everything. So, yeah, of course, in some cases, you will need to go there to get better so you can get on track. But I'm talking in like normal cases, the people that are okay, whatever. So, how can we fix this? How can we be better? How can we go back to reality? So what we gotta do is basically we take it small steps, okay? We cannot force it to go immediately. We have to take it slowly. We have to think about it. We have to live in reality slowly, okay? So what's that good in reality that's gonna make you fight for, because reality is already bad for you. You don't want to already like fight for it because it's really bad. So what you gotta do here is focus on small things. For example, just find favorite food, just find favorite meal you like, and start making food for yourself. At this time, just cook for yourself, take time, enjoy the meal. It's making you more attached to reality a little bit. It's not gonna be too much, no, it's gonna be a little bit. And then slowly try stuff, okay? Because the reason that you went to your head because reality failed you, as we said. So what we gotta do is fix our reality for us to get back to it. And it's like easier to be in our head because it's something we have control over. But in real life, we don't have control over anything, not even ourselves sometimes. At some point, we cannot control our emotions, we cannot control our overthinking, we cannot control our anxiety, and all of these stuff, So why would we go to a world that we cannot control, you know but this is the fun of life. You gotta let it go, you gotta be just living in it. You just try it, even if it's bad, even if it sucks sometimes, you just gotta live it, and work for it, work for your life, just try new things, read books, draw, go outside. Even if you say, oh, I cannot travel, me too, like you think everyone can travel at this time. No, we don't have this money, and we just like normal people, we cannot travel, we cannot go anywhere. So just take it slowly. For me, I usually go with my mom on walks in the streets just to go to the store and get back. And I really think it's really, I don't know, it helps a lot. Because if you just stay in your room 24/7, it's just going to affect you very bad. It's going to make it worse and worse and worse, okay? What you want to do is make reality more appealing to you, make reality better for yourself so you can actually count on it. And all the time you spend in your head, it's a time you wasted in real life. But this is another topic. But you gotta be focusing on life now. You gotta think, okay, it's okay. The time that already I lost is okay. Okay, whatever happened to it, I'm okay with it. So as I said, it's baby steps. So you gotta take things slowly. Just make small things in your life happy. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but for example, as I said, make food for yourself, draw, go outside, like in the street, whatever, even on your roof, okay? It doesn't matter, in your garden, whatever you have. Just work with what you have. Watch movies, okay? Watch movies. It's also good, but not too much because it's just gonna affect or it's gonna actually feed your imagination, which is something that we don't want. We gotta be try to cut it out slowly. And I don't know. There is something that most therapists that recommend for people who overthinking, which is rubber bracelet, which is you gotta slap your hand whenever you start thinking about it or start overthinking. You slap your hand with it. You hit your hand, whatever, but slowly, like so it doesn't actually hurt you, just gonna make you back to reality. Because some people who have actually big issues, they lose contact with reality and they just gonna stuck in their head. So they gotta like remind themselves there is actual life, there is a life here, they gotta get back to it. And life is not that bad, okay? Life is not that bad, and the journey to have a good life is actually fun. You gotta enjoy a lot of things, you gotta find a lot of good people. I know you probably went through a lot of bad people, you went through a lot of bad friends, relationships, family, whatever, but work for it, so in the future you're gonna have a good family of your own. You gotta have a good friends, a good I don't know, whatever. It's just gonna be, you have to work for it to get it. If you're gonna be stuck in your head, it's really bad. And as I said, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm saying that because I've been through some stuff like you guys, and I overcome it, and I like moved on from it. So I kind of know how to deal with it. So as I said, you really just work on yourself, and life is not that bad, trust me. So anyway, this is the end of the video. Bye.